Hello, this is session 1 of Blades in the Dark, Scum and Villainy for the Gauntlet Hangouts community. We're just going to jump right in. And we found our crew to be in the mess hall of Isotrope Max Secure Prison, where they've all found themselves for one reason or another. It's a normal day. They've been eating their food, stretching their legs. Maybe some of them have been getting into fights while the guards watch with disinterest. But today is the day. There's a blare of alarms, followed by silence. Darkness falls, and a few minutes will pass before anything but emergency lights come on. In the commotion, a few cell doors spring open. You all know your gear is in a safe past the grate and down the hall. The guards are confused and trying to find their way without the lights. But the drones that back them up are the real problem. So how are you going to get past them and get through the door that is between you and your stuff? But okay, I want to have a shot of each of you, your characters, as all of this mayhem commences. Start with or Red 62, whichever you prefer.
Yeah, Red 62 is fine. It's my old call sign from my days as a guerrilla soldier. I'm lifting weights along with some of the more friendly people inside. But when the alarms go off, I quickly rise from the bench, and I look for the closed circle of people that we've been coordinating the escape with.
All right. Gaius. Gaius?
Gaius will... Can you hear me?
Yep.
I presume you can hear me?
Yep.
Okay, brilliant. Gaius will be in the mess hall, eating as the alarms go off. I would not waste food. Gaius will continue eating as bedlam erupts around him. Eventually, having finished his meal, he will slide his plate to the side, wipe his mouth, and stand up and look around to see what is going on. But by that time, I would guess that most people have left the mess hall, so he's probably the last to act. But at least he's well fed.
All right. Mooch.
Mooch isn't in the mess hall. He has had the luck to be assigned to laundry duty in this time slot. So we see him pushing one of those big laundry carts along a hallway. It's full of what looks like guards' uniforms, I guess. Certainly those are the colors. But they've got to be washed too, right?
Yeah. All right. And Zokar.
Yeah, Zokar is probably the ugliest of everyone around here. My inspiration for Zokar are the Predator race, who I actually found out are called Utia in the official lore. Zokar is alien born of precursor experiments with the way of trying to enhance a way feeling in living beings. Someone dropped. Zokar looks totally like a predator with this like funny hair, this big ugly mouth that closes up with his four teeth. And very important is to remember that whenever Zokar speaks, he doesn't speak space English because that's his mouth. His mouth is not made for it. Zokar speaks with this like predator language, which is like series of ticks and clicks, like. And I assume everyone has internal universal translator, so we can actually understand each other. But that's how he speaks. And as the camera zooms in on Zokar, we see him going over and hiding behind a corner and trying to grab Declan and trying to grab Vandal, because Vandal is our hacker, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vandal is the also named Gaius, but I think we'll call you by your call signs.
Yeah. So we see Zokar like being into this slightly of a trace. He tries to find the power to use the wave very soon, and he also grabs Vandal because that's the part of the plan. Zokar will take care of the drones, and Vandal has to hack the doors open.
Zokar, wait. We have plenty of time. Let me finish my meal at least, sir.
Vandal, the power will be out only for a couple of minutes. We need to use every minute, every second of it.
There is plenty of time. I will stand and I will start heading towards the door.
Okay.
In my mouth.
So I'm understanding where everybody is. Zokar and Vandal are in the mess hall. Red 62, you said you were doing weights?
Yeah.
So
I'm not sure if that,
you're in, are you in like the rec room or something?
I'm not sure if that's the if that's a separate room, but it's at least a part of a bigger. It's not
I assume because it's a prison, a lot of the the mess hall and the recreation area would be pretty close together because they want to keep all the prisoners in one area to keep make it easier to keep tabs on them.
Yep. So I tried to get eye contact with Zokar and Vandal, and I get up from the bench and move towards them out through an opening that sort of separates the part of this area into the rec room and the mess hall.
All right. So the guards are kind of disorganized. They're not really sure what's going on. The backup power should have came on already. The fact that it's taking this long for it to kick in means that something has gone wrong. But there are drones that have there's like little hatches in the ceiling that just pop open, and these drones sort of hovering spheres with four weapon protrusions coming out the sides and a big red laser eye in the front, and they will be able to see what is going on.
Right.
My idea, I know you mentioned hacking the drones, but I am thinking somewhat sneakily that the drones are very smart in some ways, but very dumb in other ways. So if we have security personnel hats, they scan people from the top because they float over by and they just see a hat with the right insignia on. They go, okay, he's one of ours, right? Very low-tech solution.
Well, okay, so let's see. What is everybody doing? So you're getting uniforms. you're trying to are you putting a uniform on yourself right now and just gonna bring some to the other guys?
Yeah, so I guess as soon as the blackout occurs, I change my route from my official one to go to the rec room or the cafeteria or wherever we're due to meet up. But I'll get changed straight away because I know if I'm wandering the halls in a lockdown, the drones will get me.
So let's see. I think a skill question here. It's more a case of, do the drones work the way you think they do?
Sure.
So I think that's more of a fortune roll.
Okay. Do you want me to make that, or do you want to make that?
I think I'll make that for you.
Sure.
I'm just trying to see factions. So free. So high is bad for you.
Okay.
Low is good. So where do I? Okay, this is my first time using this, so there should be a fortune roller thing somewhere.
At the bottom, below the friends on every character sheet. Below the friends on every character sheet is a roll fortune button.
Oh, I'm just going to use Zokar's because it's the first one I opened. Drone awareness. Dice. I was going to go with the faction tier, but I'm just going to go actually with the magnitude of the drone itself. So I'm just going to roll 2. So for the most part, you're right. There is like an identification system in the uniforms. However, the drones can also like assess gate. Gate. Everybody has a specific gate. They can check your body profile. They don't normally go that detailed, but one of them, as you're coming out of the laundry in your borrowed wares, does give you a second look and is starting to move in your direction.
Okay. So could I resist that maybe by taking a kind of unforeseen turn, or just by maybe copying the gate I know of a guard might be enough to fool us?
Give me a prowess resistance roll.
Okay.
Whoa, nice.
Okay.
So you're able to replicate the gate of the security guard that you know this uniform belongs to, and the drone gives you the brief once over, and then goes about its business. So you're doing that. You're heading where now?
I guess I'm heading to our rendezvous point, which is maybe on the corridor connecting the rec and the cafeteria.
Okay, so back to Red 62. Zokar and Vandal, you've all regrouped in the mess area, or you guys don't have uniforms.
No.
That's okay. I'm timing my walk, so I'll arrive at the door as Mooch arrives, as per our plan. I told you there was no point rushing my meal.
I bring a dumbbell. Is that what it's called in English? Dumbbell from the weights. I bring that as an improvised weapon. So
right, yeah, dumbbell.
Dumbbell, yeah. Take some quick steps towards the rendezvous point, or at least in that direction, and check out the corridor. The next corridor, yeah.
Like the drones did come out of the ceiling in the mess hall. So they're scanning the mess hall as you're making your way out. I think you guys need to give me a skulk roll to get past them without. I shouldn't be telling you what action actually, but
yeah, that makes sense. Have they spotted us yet?
They haven't spotted you yet.
So are we doing this like a group action?
You can all tell me how you're going to go about getting past these drones without detection.
Are there any fabrics or cloths in here? On the tables? Maybe not.
Maybe some napkins.
Oh, okay. No, never mind. I was thinking of doing a diversion, but never mind. Have they come out of the roof yet?
What kind of fabric were you thinking of?
Now, there's some sort of coverage for the tables or anything like that. No, or any.
Is that like a steel table? Yeah. No sheet or anything on it.
No. All right, never mind. Have they spotted us yet, or are they sort of organizing themselves?
Well, so. Tell me what you're going to do to avoid being detected by them, or to trick them into leaving you alone.
I'm going to turn to the nearest prisoner. Run, man! The thing's coming! Run! And as soon as the drone follows the running prisoner, I will use the opportunity to pass down the corridor, assuming that the prisoner does run.
Okay. I think you're. Well, you tell me what approach you're using with that.
I think that's probably a command.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Air of authority. It's.
Okay.
Could we do a group thing there? Because when I see that, it makes sense, and try to follow the lead, and tell some other prisoners to follow them. Yeah. Listen to them. Go.
Sure. I mean, you can do it as a group action. And Vandal would be the leader in that case, or you could treat it as a setup action for the rest of you, doing for the rest of you doing a stealth or something similar.
I just follow Vandal's lead.
I'll take the assist if you want to do it that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
So because somehow in my imagination there was just a door and some drones to overcome. Now it seems completely different. But my suggestion is that maybe you guys can do a setup, and Zokar will try to communicate with the drones and convince them that we are not a threat and that they should follow the escaping ones, and this will provide us an opportunity to escape. So it will be like a setup and then followed by an attune to the drones, maybe. I'm not sure how does it sound.
It broke up here a bit, so I couldn't really follow the middle part there.
Oh, okay. Sometimes it happens. Am I clear? Am I coming clear now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so the idea was that maybe what you guys can do will be a setup, and then Zokar will try to attune to the drones and convince them that the three of us are actually not a threat, and that the drones should focus on the other prisoners while we hack the drones. Well, we will be hacking the doors and leaving this compartment. So you will do a setup, and Zokar will attune to the drones then.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so Vandal, give me your command roll.
Okay. So that's a command roll with an extra dice for assist. Oh, hang on. That's how you do it. What's the position?
The position right now is risky. And I'll give you standard effect because it's a scary situation. Probably he wouldn't be disinclined to listen to you.
Okay. Is there any Devil's Bargain available?
How about this guy is actually someone you're quite friendly with, and ideally you would like him to be able to escape with us, but you're throwing him under the bus.
Oh no, the drone shot him.
I like that. It's fun.
Okay. I will take that. 4, 4, 5.
All right, that's a 5. So what happens is, I think he does it and runs, and the drone, one of the drones says in broken robot voice, "Halt, do not run. You have 3 seconds to comply." And it's whirring up its guns.
Is it far away?
It's close, but it's not paying attention to you right now.
All right.
This is really cold, but I'm going to watch how long it takes the guns to charge up because I may need to know that at some point.
That's really cool. You set up someone you liked, and then you're watching the guns warm up. So Zokar, as we said, this was a setup for Zokar. So also all this time, Zokar was standing, somehow eyeing the exit door and accumulating the way, because it's kind of hard to get away on such a distant place like this maximum security prison. So he had to gather the thoughts here to the way speaking. And now as the drones are slightly more focused on the escaping people, Zokar attunes to them and communicates to them that those 3 of us, the little 3 of us, are not actually a threat, and that they should follow the other ones while we are just not a threat, and that the drones will leave us alone.
Okay, give me a tune roll then.
Cool.
I'll say because you got a setup action, you can either choose to have improved position or you get an extra effect. So it would be risky. I would say it would be risky. Limited.
Okay, so in that case, I will use the setup to do it risky standard, and I will just roll my 2 dice and hope for the best, I guess.
Okay.
Are there any ideas for some Devil's Bargain over here? I don't have any idea, so.
The Devil's Bargain, I would say, is that they are going to massacre the other prisoners if you if you go forward with this.
Okay, I think Zokar senses that and decides not to aggravate the drones so much. After all, they do need a crew for the ship, so Zokar hopes that some of the prisoners will escape with them. So I will just roll my 2 dice and hope for the best. Unfortunately, not this time.
So I think by trying to attune to them, you actually draw their attention. They detect the meddling presence and turn their guns on you. What is everybody else doing? Mooch, you can arrive at this point.
So I guess I push open the doors with the laundry with all the extra uniforms in them, right? And I'm expecting a certain amount of chaos, but not drones slowly turning their guns on Zakar. Be alone for a minute, huh? I'm wondering, can I fool the drones by giving them a voice command? By identifying myself as this officer?
Sure, you can give that a try.
Okay. So yeah, drone 319. I'm escorting these prisoners to their cell blocks. Please stand down.
Okay. What action are you going to be using for this? A command, I assume.
I guess it is, although I'd love it to be sway, but I'll do command instead. I'll have to push myself, and I'm going to spend a gambit as well.
I mean, sway, bluffing comes under sway, disguise. So I would allow that.
Okay, yeah. I guess this is deception. Okay, so I think I'll still spend a gambit because this could go very pear-shaped.
Okay.
Very quickly.
Risky, standard.
Okay.
Actually, I'd say risky, limited, because it's kind of hard to emulate somebody else's voice that precisely.
Okay.
I know that the drones are focused on me, but can I help with this action?
If you can give me a way that you're helping.
Yes. So Zokar is still messing with these drones' sensors. He's trying to communicate with them, and drones are like partially they are focused on detecting Zokar as a threat and deciding is he a threat, and then this person identifies, and they don't really put so much attention to actually a process of identifying the person giving orders. So I would like to help because I'm still messing with the drones. So I'm taking 1 stress. Yes.
So take 1 stress, and Donna, you get an extra dice.
Okay. Can I push myself to raise that limited to standard effect?
Yes.
Okay. So it's risky, now standard, and 2 bonus dice. Ooh. It's nice.
Crit.
Okay.
So that gets me my gambit back, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know. I have an idea for in extra effect, but
no, 6 are critical. Generate gambits only if you didn't spend the gambit on the roll in the first place.
No, but my special ability generates even when I spend a gambit.
Okay then.
Yeah, I break those rules. Never tell me the odds. Yeah, so I guess I do it with increased effect. I don't know what a great effect looks like. Maybe an escort, an escort of drones.
Actually, I'm not sure if you want to be escorted by the drones because we want to steal some stuff. But up to you.
Yeah, well, if they're escorting us, they may just assume that what we're doing is all legit, right? I don't know how far we can push it.
So, Gar, did you get control over them? I didn't catch that.
I think I will say that the combination of your attunement and the command from Mooch probably allows you to gain control over at least one of them. So,
is that obvious to the rest of us? Which one? Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Let's say the light, the laser eye light changes color.
Mm-hmm. And how many are there?
I'll say one for each corner of the room, so 4.
Okay. Have we exited the room yet, or are we struggling to?
This was, basically the drones came down out of the ceiling and were threatening everybody. So it was, this was trying to get out of the room. The drones objecting. So you can now leave the room with your extra drone.
Okay, I'm working with my my dumbbell ready. If anything would come up quickly and very threatening to us, I wouldn't hesitate a second to crush it with it. Whatever it might be, a guard or another drone or something like that. I guess we move towards our rendezvous, or no? We have already met you.
So,
right?
Do you guys want to maybe get into those uniforms?
Yeah.
From the laundry, and then let's make our way to, I guess, our stuff, and then the ship.
You brought them with you, yeah? Okay.
If you can get me to the guard station, I might be able to take over the systems. There's an awful lot we can do if we have control of the systems. Lock any doors, control where the guards go, sound false alarms, possibly control the drones. Okay, maybe Guard Central may have quite a few guards there, but we have uniforms, we have subterfuge.
Let's go. Come on. Do we know the direction?
I'd assume that you have some idea of the layout. You have like an escape plan, so perhaps getting your hands on a map of the facility was part of your prep for this. Mm-hmm. You can probably find your way to the post or security office, or if you just want to go straight to the hangar, your way there as well.
I'd push for the security office.
If it's on the way, I think we should pass through there. Have to calculate what risks we set ourselves, we expose ourselves to. If it's a big detour, I think maybe it's not worth the risk. But if it's on the way, it could help us. As was it Vandal?
I think the guards.
Yeah.
The guard station
Yes.
would be between you. It would definitely be between you and the non-prisoner part of the facility. You know, it'd be like a checkpoint that you'd have to go past.
Mm-hmm. What do you say? We need to decide quickly.
You know my vote.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
I'm with Vandal.
Yeah, let's go. Come on.
Okay. So you make your way to the security office. For the most part, on your way there, the door locks are disengaged as part of the system outage that was prepared in order to create this situation. But like as you're arriving at the security office, the emergency power kicks in. Red lights. Come on. So you come to the security office. There are guards in the hallway. Let's say 3 of them, looking around, adjusting to the light change. They had like goggle like devices that they pull off and blink and see you guys coming. What do you do?
Do we have to overcome some like closed gate before we reach them, or can we just approach them?
I think there's definitely a gate between you and the security office.
But
And the guards
security
are
guards are this side of it.
Hmm?
The guards are this side of the gate.
The guards are in. I think maybe one of them is in this side of the gate, and then 2 in the other side.
So what sort of gate is it? Is that a pressurized door, or is it sort of a more of a what sort of gate?
It's like a mesh sort of grate style gate.
Okay, I'm in uniform, so I'm going to walk straight up to the first guard, position myself so he'll have to turn his back to Red 62 to answer me. Report, soldier. What's going on?
Okay.
I'd really like him to turn his back to Red 62.
All right. So that's remember, you have to tell me what the action is, but I'm assuming that's command.
It's going to be command, I think. Makes more sense than consort or sway. So yeah.
Okay, so give me a command roll. Are you treating this as a setup for?
This is a setup for. Oh, I'm trying to get them to face me, so their backs are to the others. So it's definitely a setup.
Cool.
Okay, I will push myself for an extra die, unless somebody can assist in some way.
When you assist someone, do you need this sort of an action dot, or can you just claim that you're
assisting someone? You just spend a stress. You take a stress and give the player a +1 dice.
Ah, okay. Let's see.
Otherwise, I'll push myself.
I think it's a risky limited. They probably they probably know who the other guards are and would be able to recognize you if they got a good look.
Okay. So risky limited. 4.
Right. So you do it, but as he turns to you and it was like you're starting your spiel, you sort of giving you a sort of look to try and see, who's under the hat. And he's maybe more on guard than you would prefer. So I'm putting you in a desperate position now.
Okay.
I think just before Red 62 springs into action on this guard, Zokar will whisper to him, "Take care of this one and open the door, and I will distract the ones behind the gate." And Zokar again will attempt the force to somehow deal with the guards on the other side of the gate so that they don't raise alarm or something.
Okay, so how would you use the attunement to do that? Because
Sure.
attunement affects like non-sentient species and robots, but not necessarily people.
So, is there anything on the other side of the gate I can throw at them, like a table, or can I just throw one on the other guy, one on the other one, like really strongly to knock them out? Because I have this way power to throw stuff around, and I can throw stuff up to a size of a table. Doesn't say how big of a table, but so I would just like look past the gate. Is there like some big table, maybe where they confiscate some stuff or just sit on the break? And I would just like grab this table. I would actually like extend the hands, grab the table, and just smash the table on the two guys.
Probably a bench.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I'm throwing the bench at the two guards behind the gate as Red 62 prepares to take down this guy.
Okay.
Now I'm not really sure how it works. Is there any role involved? Because the kinetics just say that I can push myself to throw table-sized objects with dangerous force.
So sure. Pushing yourself means you take 2 stress.
Mm-hmm. I did.
So what exactly you unsure about?
Do I have to roll something for how effective my throw of a table is? That's I don't know.
Let me just check that ability.
Yeah, it's on my character sheet with the exact text from the game.
You can push yourself to do one of the following. Use the way. It actually doesn't say that you require a roll.
Yeah, that's why I'm not sure. I'm leaving this up to you. I push myself to throw this table at them. Maybe it knocks them out. Maybe it just gives us a time to open the gate. It's up to you.
How thick is the gate's bars? Sort of, is that?
My goal was to like knock out these two guards so that they don't start shooting at us or something. So I assume after you disarm the guard, we will just use his key card to open the gate.
It's not so much bars as like a wire mesh.
Okay. Are we waiting for?
So let's see. Okay, so Zokar's doing the kinetics, and Red 62 is coming up behind this guy. So he's distracted, but he's definitely more alert than he was before. He's looking suspicious. He's on edge. It might be a bit more difficult to get up behind him. So you can do what you were going to do, but you're in a desperate position.
I'm sorry, I zoned out for a moment. Is it like red 20, red 62? Did the ink with the guard, or were you talking ink to me?
Well, you're both doing something simultaneously. So red 62 has to do his thing, and then your thing will happen.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just wondered what happened, what the discussion was about. But okay, if it's okay for me to act, I'm gonna trash the gate with my unstoppable ability. It says that I can push myself to do one of the following: perform a feat of physical force that verges on the superhuman. So I guess if that's within the if trashing that gate is within that frame, I'll try to do that. Push myself to do that with scrapping, or do I just say that I'm
okay? Sure. So you're just going past the garden, just leaving Bandle to deal with him.
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab the mesh. And I'm just the servos in my joints, in my shoulders and elbows are just like winding up, and I'm just pressing with everything I have just to push the mesh gate just through the opening, so we can just pass through.
So here's what happens then. So Zokar, you rip the bench up front, out of the floor, and send it crashing into the two guards on the other side. At the same time as Red 62 grabs the wire mesh door and just pulls it, pries it open with his bare hands, and the guard that didn't hear that.
No, me neither. Who was that?
What was that?
We lost you for a moment, Robert, or at least I did.
I did as well. I don't know what you said.
So please repeat the last sentence, Robert.
Crashes into the two guards on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, Red 62 is tearing open the wire mesh gate with his bare hands. And the guard that you were distracting, Vandal, draws his pistol and points at... he's waving it around wildly, and somebody is about to get shot.
I'll drop to the ground.
Yeah. I was really sure that Red 62 will knock out this guard, but it didn't went as I planned, so... I think Zokar is...
That's what I thought he was going to do, but then he said he was going for the door, so...
Yeah. I think Zokar is to focus on the way and the branch to notice that it's the guard, so he might get shot as well, so I don't know. Zokar will not take...
I think I can grab this blaster off the guard as soon as Vandal hits the ground. That gives me the opportunity of surprise to leap in and take that blaster off him.
Okay, so you're leaping in to take a blaster off a frightened guard. That's definitely desperate.
Okay. Is this scrap or...
I mean, scrap makes the most sense, I think.
Yeah, okay. I will push myself, and I will spend a gambit. Okay. So is that, you said desperate, right?
Yeah, it's desperate. I'll say if you get into melee with him, you can control him. But trying to get into melee with somebody who has a ranged weapon is not usually a good idea.
Pretty desperate, all right. Okay, that's a 5.
Okay, 5. I mean, with that setup, there's only one thing I can say is you take severe harm, but
okay,
you can certainly resist that.
Okay, so I'm gonna spend my special armor from Devil's Own Luck. I may expend my special armor to resist the consequences of blaster fire.
Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys to pick your load for this, but
I'd assumed it was 0 because we don't have anything.
Yeah.
I would say I would allow you to go light at least. So
Okay.
the idea is that you've like maybe concealed items in your persons that would be helpful to you in this situation.
Okay, cool.
So
yeah, okay. I'll still do that. I'll still expend my special armor to resist that blaster fire.
okay. So that
So I don't
knocks
know.
off.
It improbably misses me or something like that. I don't know how that should work.
Well, it reduces the harm. So instead of taking severe, you'd take standard. So it'd be 2 harm.
Okay. Could I, given that we have mark armor to reduce that even further?
Sure, just give me a bit of flavor there to tell me what kind of armor you
so I think it's something really low tech, like the phone books, which are kind of spread inside my normal prison jumpsuit guy anyway. So no one's noticed an extra bulk.
Actually,
so it's just
No, you know what? You appropriated the guard armor, so
okay.
So that makes sense actually. So take 1 harm.
Okay, so what am I writing that as? Singed.
Blaster burn. Okay. And you're now grappling him, and the blaster pistol is knocked out of his hands. He's still struggling, but he's at least not able to shoot you now.
Yeah, I think I'm just waiting for Red 62 to turn around and hit this guy over the head with the gate.
Okay. Red
obviously, I'm still struggling with him, but maybe I'm just the fly in the ointment that allows this guy to get clobbered from behind.
Because you've got him like grappled and distracted, I'm not even going to make Red 62 roll for that.
That's fine.
If that sounds fair.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. By the way, I took 2 stress before, right? When I pushed myself to trash the gates. Is that correct? Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah. Red 62, you want to tell us what?
Yeah. Well, I didn't follow that specific part. You pushed the guard into the gate room? No. What was that?
He toggled the guard to the ground and is waiting for you to smash the guard unconscious over the gate.
All right. So yeah, okay. I pushed the gate through so we could enter the guard through. When I heard the blast fire, I turned around, of course, When as I've just fired up my service system, I just grab the guard by the neck and just throw him into the wall, like with one harsh throw, hopefully to smack him unconscious or worse.
And he just goes, he goes ragdoll loose and just crumples to the ground. After sliding
Is he unconscious or
yeah,
worse?
He's unconscious.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
I mean, if you really wanted to kill him, you've got the strength to do it.
Yeah, I can't be bothered. Sorry for that, guys. Went a little bit too fast here. Is everyone okay?
Much seems to be bleeding, but hopefully there are no void spiders on the station.
No, he's not bleeding. The wound cauterized already.
All right.
And that's apparently a good thing.
Anyway,
Mooch is just looking at Zokar as if like, what the hell? Like we were on the same level, and Red 62 just went, ah.
Yeah, Zokar does this completely human gesture, even though you might not expect it. That he just raises his shoulders and steps through the gate, grab the guard weapon, whatever, and just like points toward the control room.
Okay, rubbing my hands as I walk through the door.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I guess that means have we got 3 blasters to share amongst us?
Oh, take them.
Yeah.
I don't use
Actually,
those things.
Now that you're at the security office, they have a lockbox with, like they have lockers where they keep all the confiscated items of the prisoners. So your equipment is in here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So would you like us to choose the load now, or how do you want to proceed?
Yeah, let's say you choose your load now.
Okay.
Yeah, Zokar gets ready to action, so I'm going normal.
Normal.
Donna, you're muted.
Yeah, I go normal as well. Although I'm wondering, is there any real downside to going heavy?
If it's actually possible to replace the used armor, Zokar would like point at some spare armor of the guard, probably just waiting for the next guard for the next shift. You might want to replace your breastplate because your one is shot to pieces.
That's fair. I'm not sure. Fictionally, certainly it makes sense to take off the burned and blasted armor.
Yeah. But for mechanical purposes, I'll say that you've used that.
Sure. Yeah.
So you've got armor. It just doesn't necessarily stop whatever comes out your neck.
Yeah.
Right, let's see what we've got here. I will head over to the system. It is somewhat antiquated, but I'm sure I can work with this. I'll sit down in front of the console.
Okay, so what are you trying to do specifically?
I want to try and gain access to the whatever security systems they have. Cameras will be useful so I know where the guards are. Door controls will be even better so we can lock the guards where we don't want them. And so that we can clear a route to the hangar.
Okay.
I'm guessing that's going to be hacking because hacking would make the most sense.
Yeah. So let's see.
I do have the nice ability which allows me to ignore quality or tier when bypassing security measures. So it doesn't matter what tier they are.
Okay. So the system, I believe, would be tier 3 because it's that's the faction tier.
Doesn't matter to me. I ignore tier for the purposes of bypassing security. So,
Okay.
okay.
I'll say it's risky.
Have we got a gambit to spend?
Mm-hmm.
We do. Okay, I'll spend a gambit. Just find the thing to remove a gambit. Okay, so we're down to 1 gambit. Oh, hang on. How do I remove a gambit?
I think you just click on one.
Ah, right.
Just click on the one. Yeah.
Just click on the one you want to remove.
Okay.
I know the old Blades sheets used to be kind of finicky in that you had to like delete them entirely before you could reassign.
Right, so it was risky. What's of effect? Standard, limited, great.
No, it's definitely not great. Standard. I would say, like, getting everybody controlling the guards in that way seems to me like it would be difficult to pull off.
Okay.
But not implausible. So I'll let you have standard.
Can I trade position for effect?
Yes.
Right. Okay, so that would make it desperate.
And great.
And great.
You are going full risky. I like that.
I may as well push myself, and I'll use the gambit. Ooh, what did I get? Got a window in the way.
Crit.
2 6 crit. A crit on great effect.
You had 4 bonus dice?
Oh, no, I didn't. I had ignored the last 2 dice. Sorry. I had 2 bonus dice.
So that's just a normal one.
Just a 6.
But perfect. Perfect.
Okay. You're able to time. You're able to access the door controls, and you're able to using the cameras and paying attention to where the guards are at. Time it just right so that you lock all of the guards in there for the ones that are actually no. You asked for great effect, so yeah, you get all the guards. You have all the guards under control.
Nice.
Okay, it's only so long before they shoot doors down or use grenades or something, so...
We're here. Is there any people we want to spring with us?
Yeah, I was just about to suggest, because Zokar would definitely not be good for this flashback, but maybe be one of you wants to have a flashback where you like recruit some trusted prisoners that will show up and follow us to the ship, because it's definitely not Zokar type of action, but maybe it would be nice for one of you to have like a flashback when you like discuss, make the deals with possible candidates.
I'm thinking, would it be good to have an Ashen Knife guy who maybe as his favor for us getting him out gives us the keys to the secret base?
So, one of the Ashen Knives currently incarcerated here. His name...
Okay.
Well, that's what they call him. You don't know what his actual name is.
Please repeat his name.
Sorry.
His nickname.
Rash.
Rush. Okay.
How about we say Rash was at the bottom of the laundry cart?
You just take out the laundry and come on, get out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we couldn't get an extra guard uniform for us, so like stay here till we clear the guard post, and I go back and haul off the sheets or whatever. And there he is. Is that a flashback for cost stress, Rob?
I'm gonna say no, because you need to have somebody. You would have had to have somebody working with you.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So Zokar will probably like look at Mooch and Vandal, and he says, "Just one member. You were supposed to get some more of those scumbags to join us as a crew. With just 5 of us, will barely be enough to fly the cruiser class ship."
Well, this is the big guy who's going to get us our passport out of here. I was reckoning we could just have an open casting call, right? Let's let's do auditions, make sure everyone in the prison knows.
That's bold move, Mooch. I like it.
However, it is only so long before the guards free themselves from their captivity. I think the 4 of us can probably cope. How complex can a ship be?
Yeah, so there's little chance that you would have been able to organize an escape without a few people knowing about it, like beyond just the one guy. So you probably have like a few other people who you had to promise like a ride on the escape vehicle in order to keep them quiet.
Okay, so how do you want to play it? Do we need to go and rescue them from another cell block, or do they just show up now and we go together to the ship? I'm fine with both ways.
Well, I mean, you just
right?
yeah, you would have to open gates to let them get through.
Okay, I can do that. We'll operate the console to open the appropriate gates.
B14.
Out of curiosity, Isotropa, is it on a moon or an asteroid or?
So Isotropa Max Secure is in orbit around the of the system.
I'm so tempted to vent the areas with the guards.
Are you saying this out loud?
No, but my finger is hovering over that button.
I think we can. I think we can be said that as your fingers is like just over it. Zokar like grabs your hand and says, "I know this seems tempting, but the way doesn't like a large quantity of death in one place. It attracts the way beasts. They will come. They will come to feed on the death, and maybe they will make our escape more difficult."
Philosophy at a time like this? Zokar, you astound me. Okay, we'll let them live.
But in the meantime, we can look for a way to mark our path so that the hegemony knows that we broke out out of their prison. So we should come up with some idea of how to let them know that we did it. And a good logo we can spray paint on the wall.
So just as a little detail for you guys, like one of the people that you would have spoken with in order to get the codes for the ship would have been a member of the syndicate who was actually the captain of the ship. And they are currently in an area of the prison which if you were to release them so that they could come with you, you'd be releasing a few of the guards, and several prisoners as well that weren't in the plan.
Do we have to release this guy? Is he the only one who knows the code for the ship?
Well, he already gave you the codes. But,
yeah, we had to warm up the ship, right? And this is us stiffing them, not releasing them as agreed.
Yeah, perfect.
So whether this, I like to imagine that this is like, oh, we didn't realize we were locking guards in that same system. It's, you know, a tough decision we have to make to leave them behind, because we can't jeopardize the whole escape just for them.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Maybe some people making the decision are more nastier towards the Cobalt Syndicate than that.
So as Vandal is like messing with the computer to release our other contacts, I suppose Zokar would like find some data pad, like browse for one of the more of the rebellious jokes of our contact, of our contact Ada Black, because he's a comedian. He has some nasty jokes about hegemony and about the church. So he probably like spray paints one of the jokes on the wall as the sign of our rebellious forces going against the church of the hegemony. If I'm remembering this right, Church of Stellar Flame.
Sure. So you unlock all of the gates that you can unlock safely to let your fellow escapees loose. And oh yeah, I thought Declan was a bit quiet for a bit there.
His connection must be really unstable.
So, do we want to wait like maybe a minute to see if he comes back?
Yeah, he's the hacker one. He does all the unlocking. I'm sorry.
I guess his in fiction, right? His hacking is taking a bit of time. I like to imagine Mooch is sitting on the desk of the guards, having some of their nice coffee. This is not like the sludge they serve us down in the mess.
I mean, it's not much better, but it's definitely better than what they gave you.
Yeah.
The Ashen Knives, they are we in some sort of agreement with them when it comes to ambition, goals, and so on? Are we on good foot? We are on good foot with them, but do we have some sort of...
You're a +1 with them right now.
Yep.
As of this escape.
Mm.
So Declan, now you finished unlocking gates, anything else you want to do here, or?
Yeah, I'm going to leave some sort of signature. Yeah, I have no idea what my hacker signature looks like or what form it takes, but I will leave whatever the appropriate signature would be.
Sure.
You're a clone? So maybe they're like two shadows?
Word.
What?
You didn't say the magic word. He's leaving a signature
Jurassic
and
Park
making
is
Jurassic
Yes.
Park reference.
Oh, okay.
Whatever the signature may be for me, that's the one I'll go with. And
all right. So
it'll be a defaced version of whichever house it was that I used to be a clone for, I guess, in some form.
House Malcliffe is the house that's in power here, so
I'll go with that.
it's most likely to be them. I don't think that there's anything in the book that says that there aren't any other houses in the same sector, but let's go with Malcliffe because they're a
A
faction.
crudely defaced version of their emblem.
All right. And with that, you make your way to the hangar bay, where there's space. There's a few other ships stored here, but the one that you're looking for is hard to mistake. It's a big, blocky thing.
I just would like to remind us we didn't pick our crew reputation, so it will be hard to get experience for it. So maybe we can take a second to set it.
Yeah. So based on what you've already done, let's have a think about what your reputation might be.
I was thinking about daring, but
Ruthless.
Mm-hmm.
Ruthless would probably literally require you to space all of those cards. But feel free to do it as soon as Zokar leaves the room.
We sacrificed some prisoners so they could get shot.
Yeah.
So the ones they have, which you don't necessarily have to use, are ambitious, brutal, daring, honorable, professional, savvy, subtle, or strange.
Okay, we've not been particularly subtle about this.
No.
Actually.
Not sure we've been particularly honourable so far.
I mean, I like daring. I'm not sure how daring we've been so far, but I like it as something to aim for, you know.
What about Zokar's presence? If his kind is very rare and something tied to the way, I mean, it could fit the strange, but that require a little bit more sort of tilting towards the strange as well.
Yeah.
I think that so far it's only yourself that's been strange, really. So, I mean, if the crew as a whole were doing strange things like dealing with the way and cults or whatever, that would definitely be something you could go for. But I don't feel it right now.
Yeah. I still think that daring or brutal fits us. I think what we are doing, because I'm not really sure how we set it in fiction, but if we allowed ourselves to be captured in this prison in the first place, I think it's daring to escape the high security prison, honestly. So I'm fine with daring or brutal.
I think daring is daring is easier.
Okay, daring then.
Cool. Let's proceed. We are in the hangar. We are seeing our ship.
Yep. So wide open space. There's several other vessels in various states of repair or disrepair. There's debris scattered around, discarded parts, and tools that have been left unattended. There are some engineering workers in the room, but they're going to give you guys a wide berth.
So after you approach the ship, is there any obstacle before, or can we just jump on the ship and leave?
Well, you can jump in the ship, but the ship is currently locked down by in the hangar. There's landing clamps, mooring clamps that have been attached to the ship that will prevent it from taking off unless you can bypass them somehow.
Are these purely mechanical, or are they more like kind of system shutdown clamps, like clamps in historical terms or whatever, rather than physical clamps?
let's go with another fortune roll for that. And I'm gonna go with their tier. Get to pick the number, but
I think you didn't put the dice.
but it just went straight to rolling. It didn't let me put a number in.
Yeah,
It's because my mouse double clicks sometimes when it's not supposed to.
It's gonna have to be tough.
Yeah, so it is actually like there's a mechanical aspect to it, but there's also like a system shutdown in effect. Like it is physically clamped, but there's also it also requires a signal, a code from the control desk to release it.
Looks amazing. Let's have a look at this.
So
Someone cover the door while I look at it.
So
I think Vandal's already done this. You knew this was going to happen. So you just flash back to when set it on the timer or something.
Was there anything I could have done from the control console while I was there as part of a flashback?
You could have probably sent the system release message to the ship from there.
So we might need to go back.
No, we can use
No.
flashback.
All right.
Flashback, but I would require 1 stress.
Okay, I'm happy with 1 stress. Okay. So how good was my hacking when I was there?
You got a 6 when you were there, so.
Oh, I did. Do you want another roll or?
Give me another roll because it does say like flashbacks. You're allowed to do like an action roll to say you did this thing earlier.
Okay.
Can it be like all resolved with 1 roll, or can we do some setup? Like, because you said that there's some physical components with clamps as well. So do we like need to pull them off using some equipment over here in the hangar?
Actually, while I was there, I probably just downloaded the code.
Mm-hmm.
You said you need to input a code. I probably downloaded the code while I was there.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I'll still make the roll. I'll just go with risky standard because all you really want is the dice. A 1 and a 6.
That's enough.
That gives us a.
So you have the codes, and you can input them into the ship's computer to release the lockdown in the systems. The physical clamps still need to be released.
You said was there a hangar crew? You said, Rob, earlier, who were giving us a wide berth.
Yeah, there are a hangar crew there that are like sort of standing back, watching nervously. Some of them have got like tools ready in case they need to defend themselves.
Okay. So maybe as Vandal goes through his code entering, the kind of light displays on all those physical clamps turns green. The hangar crew over to say, come on, you better release us quick. We're on a clock. Authorized personnel.
Are they working with us, or are they standing back? So sort of.
They're standing back right now. They're like staying away from the potentially dangerous convicts that appear to have escaped the facility.
We got some blaster pistols from the guards that we knocked out, right?
Free. You got free. You also got your own equipment back when you were in the security office. So any weapons that you would normally have, you now have available to you as well.
Okay, good.
So I'm going to walk over to them, hands out, and guard uniforms. Though obviously we look a bit odd, right? So I'm going to draw.
That's right.
Warrant for the release of the ship and just show it to them.
A forged warrant.
So there's an item on my list called forged documents, which are, how are they described? Let me pull up the description.
Okay, sure. Let's just say that you can have that, but we'll say that was part of your prep for this escape.
Yeah, sure. And then I'm swaying them into doing their normal job and ignoring the look of us.
The strangeness of the situation.
Yeah. And they can always say, "Hey, we got the proper paperwork," and they had the codes. So
yeah,
let's say controlled standard because. Sorry, what?
Okay, sorry. Please continue. I can wait 2 seconds.
Okay. Is that sway or consort?
It sounds like you were trying to sway them.
Yeah, sure. Okay. I'm not going to push myself because my stress is getting high. I'm going to spend that gambit.
I'm giving you the controlled position, by the way, because you do have like the uniform and you have the
okay. One bonus die. Six. Okay.
So they snap to attention. Right away, sir, and get to work in unlocking the clamps. In a few minutes, the ship is released and ready to depart.
Yeah, so I suppose Zokar is in the cockpit, just getting familiar with all the controls. He's sitting in this very comfortable pilot chair, pressing buttons, checking some sensors, ordering. I suppose that these people that are escaping with us, that we release, are already here. So he's ordering them. Yeah, look over there. There's the fuel. You look over there. That we do not hit the wall where we are living. And Zokar will slowly take our ship, still without a name, out of the docking, out of the dock and into the space.
Okay. So let's see. Yeah. So you do that. You take the ship out of the hangar and start departing. As you're departing, you get a ping from a nearby patrol, which the patrol that there's like maybe a wing of fighters that patrol the station just in case anybody tries to attack it from outside.
Mm-hmm.
So you're getting a ping from them to identify yourself and your purpose.
I suppose Zokar get on comms with them, and in in his language, he shouts at them, I'm the Red King of the space. And then he just enables the turret, and the turret like locks on them and fires straight burst of the hot plasma on the approaching fighters to clear our way out.
Okay.
Red King of Space. I have to write it down. King of.
So much for subtlety. We were just looking for the daring XP there.
Okay. So it's particle cannons. I have particle cannons, so what do they do?
I believe they are standard pew-pew.
Cross-linked. Yeah, not legal without license. Scale. Well, they are fighters, and you are a marauder, so I'm not going to make. I'm not going to hike up the. I'm not going to give you any penalty in effect.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, so just give me a risky standard roll.
Mm-hmm. Do I want to push myself? Yeah, seems like a good idea. Risky standard. I think since this is a very new to Zocker's system, he's used to be flying fighters. So maybe the first few shots misses, but then he like focuses and then gets the second burst is right. So I'm pushing myself for an extra bonus die. Guess it barely helps me today.
Okay, so you take out, I think it's a wing of 4, we'll say. So you take out 2 of them, but 2 remain, and they're gonna start. Now that you've gone on the offensive, they're going to start shooting at you too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying, now remember how damage works in a ship.
They will start hitting our systems. I believe we have to damage a system for every point of damage we take, or something like that. But we have shields and my resistance roll on the way, so let's take this. So I suppose as soon as they are fired back, just Zoka shouts to one of the crewmates, "Hey, turn on the shields!"
Do we have shields?
Yeah, of course.
You have shields, yeah.
Of course, shields.
Cool.
Shields come by default over here.
Okay.
So
you would take two points of damage, but because you have 2 in shields, you are able to negate that.
Sure. So the first volley, we kind of skimmed it, but the shields are down. Probably like some sparks flying, and some red alerts that the shields down. We definitely need to get someone report, sir. The shields are down to 20%, or something similarly Star Trek-y.
What can we do?
How about this big yellow button here that says cloaking device?
Yeah,
I wonder.
I was looking at that as well.
Cloaking device? Yeah, hit it. We'll hit it with it. We can lose them in the asteroid belt.
Actually, I'll tell you a little something about the area you're in.
Mm-hmm.
So there is from the same sun that you're like the prison is orbiting. There's a large gas cloud that's ejected by the star, It's used as racing grounds by the Echo Wave Riders. So you could fly in that direction and try and lose them in the gas cloud.
Is it only the gas cloud, or is there also a gas giant?
No, this is like coming out of the star itself.
Okay. Yeah, I suppose. We will like hit this cloaking device, and our ship will like nicely vanish, like the Klingon ship in the Star Trek universe, and then I will try to lose them in this gas cloud, probably like flying toward it, and then maybe throw it and exiting as they are still searching around the cloud.
All right. I think that was probably still a helm roll.
Yeah, I think everything connected to ship is combined by helm.
Yeah. So give me another helm roll.
Sure.
Risky. No. Desperate. Desperate. Great effect.
Oh wow, that sounds pretty interesting. Anyone wants to come up with idea for some help on this roll?
What can we do? Take stress and assist, or
Yeah, if you have an idea how you can assist, maybe you can like go and I don't know, work on sensors.
Yeah.
Fix something. Up to you.
Is rig usable for this? Is that more?
Right, you could use rig to. I mean, if you
disable trap piccolo, quick save.
you can give me some technobabble to say how you're using.
Yeah, okay. So I'm back at the sensor section, sensors, and I'm hot wiring a few relays. So I'm like ripping open a box, and I'm just taking out a few of the wires and poles there, and drag them out, and just try to transfer power from one section to another to increase the output, sort of.
Okay.
Cool.
So sparks flying and sparkling light from the pretty invasive rigging.
Cool. So I have a question. Do we still have this gambit in the pool, or someone used it? Because I don't remember who last used the gambit.
You had 3. I think 2 have been used. So
Yeah, there should be 1 left. I used the second last one.
Okay. So I'm going to use that gambit because it's really desperate, and we are already down on shields. And with 1 help, I'm going to and you said desperate but great effect. So I'm going to push myself especially hard. I think we see, despite the cloaking shield, they can probably be because they fired at it. So probably like cloaking shield is giving us some protection, but it's like vibrating and they can see us. So I'm doing some pretty cranky flying, like trying to lose them in this gas cloud. Maybe there are some asteroids flying, so I'm trying to like really skim the surface almost of the asteroid to lose them. I'm pushing myself as well. I think it's total of 3 bonus dice. Desperate. Great. 3 bonus dice. Well, maybe at least I will see a 6 ones today. Oh, yeah. Crit.
okay. So so you activate the cloaking device, and they try and follow you into the gas cloud and find where you went. And as they're traveling through the gas cloud, they hit a pocket of charged air, which causes both of one of the fighters to explode, and then the other to spiral out of control as the debris hits it, and it eventually explodes itself.
Cool. As we leave the gas cloud and we are still cloaked, and you said one is the destroyed and the other fighter just left the area.
The other was spiraling out of control, and it exploded as well. But the pilot probably had a chance to eject.
Yeah. So
which
probably like
wouldn't be pleasant for them.
Yeah. So as we are leaving the gas cloud and we are like kind of safe, Zokar just lays back on the cockpit chair, puts his feet on the control desk, and yeah, we got ourselves a ship. Well done.
Cool. I need some help over here. I think I might have broken something.
Oh, don't worry. We'll fix it over time. Well, actually, you broke it, so you fix it. That's the rule of the thumb. Rule of the thumb.
That was cool.
Shields are restoring.
Yeah.
Please fly more carefully in future.
And you are who? I suppose this is the AI talking, yes?
Now I have to come up with a name.
Area.
Sorry, what was that?
Area.
Aria.
Yeah. Area.
Sure. I am Aria. This ship's artificial intelligence interface. Who are you?
Pleased to meet you, Aria. I am Zokar Kor, the Red King of the Space, the best pilot in this area of space. And we have just commandeered this ship, so I hope we will become a good friends.
All previous data of my crew has been deleted. So, are you my new crew?
Yes, we are.
You will now help us, according to Vandal. According to what?
I'm sure I can sort this out. Let's see, Aria. Open your crew file and register the current people on the bridge as your crew.
Opening new file.
Have you registered us?
I will require information.
Okay, what information do you require?
Your names would be helpful. There's a hint of annoyance there.
Aria, I'm Vandal. You can get your biometrics just by scanning me.
Vandal registered.
Red 62.
Welcome aboard, Red 62.
I'm Mooch. And tell me, Aria, is there a med bay on board? Because I need some serious attention right now.
We have medical facilities aboard, yes. They are at your disposal if you require.
Great, Aria. So I'm Zokar. Fly the ship straight. Don't hit any asteroids or planets on the way. Keep the cloak running, and I will take Mooch to the med bay and take care of his wounds.
I assure you that I am programmed to avoid any such reckless behavior.
That's very good. I'm here to be reckless, and you are here to fly properly. Yes, very good.
Great. Aria, lock the crew file. Don't accept any new input. Just the four of us.
Very well. So about this point, one of the people that you brought aboard with you, Rash, comes, and Rash is he's a bald, wiry guy. He's got an acid burn across one side of his face, which is kind of how he got his name. And you're not sure if the sort of sour twist to his face is because of the acid burn, like maybe there's nerve damage, or if he just has that kind of mood about him. Right, well, I suppose you'll want to know where to go, yeah?
Would be an idea to get out of here before the cavalry arrives, right?
All right. I'll give you coordinates for the safe house.
We going to drop you off somewhere else, or are you going to meet up with some crew at the safe house?
I think I'll go with you, and we'll meet up with the the others there. I'm sure they have things they wish to discuss with you.
Okay with me?
Sure.
All right. So we've got a bit of time to do maybe a downtime phase, and then next session we'll go into doing a score. So probably somewhere within the system. What have we got system wise? Nightfall. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So there's a planet called Nightfall, which is named for frequent eclipses that are caused by its 13 moons, which the erratic movements of them make the night only predictable by computer. And there's a city called Yaw, which is nestled where night and day last between 2 and 12 hours each. I think they direct you to a private garage, like a private hangar bay in the outskirts of the city where you can land and disembark to go about your business.
Yeah, sounds good.
That's very cool.
Okay. So, is everybody familiar with how downtime works, or you want me to go through it?
I could do with a brief recap, but I have
All right.
Maybe a few
So,
times, but it was some time ago, a year ago almost.
so you each get to take 2 downtime actions during a downtime phase. Actually, before we go into that, I should do the payoff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, payoff, heat, entanglements.
So presumably
So-
we've had some creds somewhere in the ship.
yeah, you find maybe
There's a lock room.
small job enough to buy a bike. Let's say from stuff that you're able to find, like in the confiscated items in the security office, and stuff that was hanging around on board the ship when you commandeered it, you get about 4 cred altogether.
And we've still got 1 cred left over from character gen. So we've got 5.
So
Which is
Is
probably
that going
too
to
much for
cruise
the ship,
sheets?
isn't it?
Or where do we keep track of this?
It's good to see on the ship
it
sheet.
depends on how you're splitting it. If you're you can keep some in the ship, but you can also keep some in your own character sheet as well.
1 each and 1 in the ship.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
Hey,
So-
cred.
The cred, that's one of the 4 boxes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or and stash, that's just somewhere else. That's not carried
Stash
around.
is stuff you've put away for your retirement,
Yeah.
effectively.
Yeah, all right.
So-
Okay, good.
You can only manage about to carry about 4 cred, I think it is, on your person.
Yep.
Mhm.
Anything above that goes into your stash.
We can store 4 more
yeah.
on the ship.
A question there, Rob. I earlier when we played, I made some actions, so I did stuff, but I'm not sure really if that was sort of just assumed that I was successful and didn't have to roll, or if that was something you rolled and
You used your ability, which says that you
when I push myself.
push yourself to do it.
Yeah.
So as far as I could tell, there's no requirement to roll for that. So I just let you do it.
Yeah, so that doesn't provide any XP or anything like that.
No.
Although rewinding the chat, I see that both Dono and Declan and myself did, I think, 1 desperate roll each.
Yeah. So you get XP for those.
Yeah, what's a tough challenge? I have something on my sheet saying. Maybe we can take that afterwards. I was just curious. If you want to move on, I can read up on that later. I don't have to.
Your sheet is, remind me.
Red 62.
Experience section.
Yeah, sorry.
Experience always talks about tough challenges.
Yeah, exactly. Because I thought maybe the push myself and also
we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, okay, cool.
So, where was I? Yeah, so you got your 5. You got your 4 cred, and you've distributed that. I'm just trying to find my sheet. Okay, so moving on from there. So you've done payoff. So I don't think it was completely quiet. I'm not sure it was smooth and quiet either.
No, not completely.
It was maybe contained standard exposure.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'd say +1 for because it's because it's the maximum security prison. And it's a high profile target.
Yeah.
Killing, massive property damage. I mean, you damaged one door, but I don't think that's massive. Illegal weapons use, though.
Would it destroy for fighters?
Yeah. So that's the point. So +2 heat for that. So 2, 3, 4, 5. +3 heat for damaging a gate. Really? Okay.
We're also getting +2 heat for leaving our symbol. Spark of Rebellion.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8?
9, 10.
I think you counted slightly too much because 2 for contained, 2 for massive killing, and then 2 for leaving our signs.
And 1 for high profile.
Okay.
For 7.
So 7. Wow.
We'll be at war soon. Well, we'll be wanted soon.
All right. I think I know what it means by the +3. Is it +3 for damaging a gate means damaging one of the jump gates?
Yeah.
Not an actual
Yeah. Probably not a guard door.
Yeah.
I hope.
4, 5, 6, 7 then.
Yep. They don't really like us in this break system, but it will be interesting.
All right. So now here's a question. Do you prefer to have entanglements rolled publicly or do you want it to be secret?
Secret.
It depends whether you want to put a scene on it or not.
What's that? The entanglement is the... let's see now.
Something that will happen to one of us or more of us.
Okay. So consequences, sort of.
Of what we've done.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we can keep them secret and maybe play some nice scene with it.
Okay. Okay. So you're doing so. I'll just say right now, because it's something that you'll notice. If you're doing some diagnostics in the ship, you'll notice that there is some damage in the fight. After all, let's say you took damage to. So you're at -1 to your engines until that's repaired.
Cool.
Like we're pushing them too hard.
Yeah.
Is there any way for us to mark it somehow on this sheet?
I'm not sure.
Ah, the box below is the damage, isn't it?
Ah, right. Okay. Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Cool.
Where do we mark heat? I can't spot where heat goes.
On the faction part. If you open the faction sheet,
Oh,
it's
okay.
faction status.
Okay.
There it is.
That's where. Okay, now I see.
Yeah. So you're in the Breck system. So yeah, you've done it right. Okay. So that's sorted. Downtime.
I would suggest whatever we do next, it be in a different system. We're too hot here.
So you're now at liberty and can pursue 2 downtime activities each. Your options being indulging your vice which some of you probably want to do at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Recover, you can remove level 1 harm and advance your healing clock. Or you can start a long-term project if you have something that you want to achieve that would take extended period of time. You can start working on that. If you want to acquire an asset of some kind, you can do that.
I think before we get into downtime, we have to actually pay 2 credits for ship maintenance, or something might happen.
Yeah, that's true.
So actually, we don't have so much cash available. But I'm not sure what happens if we don't pay.
If you don't pay, then you make a random roll on the table, which is on the ship sheet on the document. And depending on what you roll, you might not have any problems. You might might suffer more minor damage to the system, or you might suffer bad damage and it's out of commission until it can be repaired.
Out of curiosity, where is this result table?
So if you look at for the Fire Drake, it's on page 22 of the 1.6 final document.
Mm-hmm.
Who are we paying to? Is that the Action Knives or
Ship maintenance? Just
whoever you're getting to do your repairs, in this case,
okay.
it probably would be the Ashen Knives that were doing that for you.
Okay. Yep.
So decision, Dexter. Do we spend 2 credits, or do we take a chance on not paying the creds? Because I'll be open with you, I'll be repairing the broken engine, so I will spend my 1 cred. So consider me broke. I just have no cred. So I'll leave this decision to you.
If we repair the engines, maybe we should all throw our creds back into the pool.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sure. In which case we end up with
4.
3 creds in the hole.
4. Because we have 5 now. I will spend 1 for repairs, so 4 are left.
And then 2 for maintenance.
Yeah.
So 2.
So we have 2 left.
2 left.
Blank our own cred.
Okay.
I think we can. I think it might be interesting to try not to pay it and see what will happen and deal with it the next mission. We will have something broken, maybe.
Let's fix it. Okay. So we've all thrown our money back into the.
I keep telling you to fix the compression coil.
And the ship has 2 credits. Where's the ship? Credits. Somebody's done that already.
Cool.
Okay. So, you guys can decide what you're going to do for your downtime.
There's
all right.
laying low. Is there?
Actually, do we want to
anyway.
wait until next session and do it then? Because I'm going to take a bio break, and it's kind of late anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Rob, I'm not going to be around next week. I have to travel at work.
yeah.
So I'm just going to do healing and vice.
Okay.
My downtime is pretty straightforward. I'm the only one who got hurt.
What vice do you have?
Yeah, what's your vice?
Gambling. I like a bit of gambling on fights or races, and seeing as we have just come through this gas cloud where the Echo Wave Riders race, I think maybe there's some holovids that I can.
There's definitely going to be some sort of illegal underground gambling thing for those races. So.
Yeah, I think I picked out a favorite a favorite pilot of mine who hopefully is racing. There's a guy called Choss who is away, where he might be just an independent. But anyway, I'm gonna bet on him and see how it goes. So it's all too rare on Nightfall if it's so close to asteroids and all these moons and the gas cloud.
Take +1 die from our crew ability.
Wander, yeah. So I guess I'm wandering around and
Maybe
and have a few.
Yeah, maybe I have an idea. I'm gonna delve into my obligation to find strong fighters, resistance fighters, guerrilla fighters to oppose the hegemony. So maybe we could sort of coordinate over hangouts or something.
Like I said, Donna's giving his downtime at the moment because he's not going to be here next week. But I'm calling it a night now. So do the downtime at the start of next session.
Do you do XP before?
Do XP before we go.
Okay.
All right. Our special ability means I can't overindulge, right? So I rolled a 6, so I had 5 stress, so I clear everything.
I thought a special ability meant we gained an extra die on the roll.
And can't overindulge, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So let's start from left to right. So red 62. Let's see.
I'm not really sure. I'm not that familiar with the experience system. I read my playbook advancements here. Every time you roll a desperate action, mark an XP.
So
yeah, sorry.
And so when you gain experience, you can choose to put it into either playbook advancement, into either insight, prowess, or resolve to make progress towards point in one of your skills.
Yep.
Recommendation is to when you're going for the XP questions, to make add a clock to your character sheet called XP advancement, and just keep a track of the XP you've gained, and when you decide what you want to assign it to, then you transfer it over from there.
Okay. Yeah.
Take it off the clock and then put it into whatever you're assigning it to. So the way experience is given out is you roll the desperate action, you mark XP for that. So we said Donna did desperate action, and I think
Gaius did one
well.
hacking.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that? I didn't hear you. Could you please repeat?
Yeah, if you take a look at the history in the chat, you'll be able to see everyone's desperate actions. So Vandal had one in hacking, so that goes as XP into insight.
Yeah, all right.
So
I did one in prowess, and Zokar did one in.
Yeah, I never rolled anything.
Prowess as well. Yeah,
I mostly did assisting group setup things. Yeah. Okay.
Did Red 62 get any desperate?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't see any.
No.
I don't think so. Any for that, and then we go through these questions to see if any of them came up, and you can mark 1 XP if it came up once, and then 2 XP if it came up multiple times. So start off with, you addressed a tough challenge with force or threats. I think you did. You ripped the door off its. You ripped a gate off its hinges. That was definitely forceful.
That's true. But I think, yeah, and I did maybe with the sensors. No, but that was an assist as well. Yeah, well, I transferred power through rigging, but that wasn't really. I'm not sure if that was a tough challenge. Struggle with issues, nothing else.
Yeah.
I think I got one experience.
It's if you addressed it with force or threats is the deciding factor.
No, not really.
So I'll give you 1 for that. Everybody think that? Again, you should be telling me what you think you did to earn the XP, and then we just decide by consensus if that sounds right.
Well, I took a little bit more of a passive role today because I wasn't that comfortable with the system, so I was more trying to listen in and see how things are moving. So I think I'm happy with this. With one experience.
You express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
Sorry, I was planning to do some downtime, focusing on that, but not during play.
Okay. And struggled with issues from vice or traumas?
Nope.
Anyone want to dispute that?
I've taken 4 stress. I'm not sure what happens with them. Are they reset, or do I have to?
So relieved by indulging your vice during downtime. So you'll be able to try and get rid of some of that by indulging your vice next time when you do downtime at the start of the session.
All right. Yeah. Cool.
I'm not sure if there are other ways to relieve stress. I can't remember anything off the top of my head.
I'll read up on the rules as well.
Some playbooks have some specials for that, but they are quite rare.
Okay. All right. Good.
So let's move on then to
the XP advancement clock you just added. Rob, is 0 now. Should I put that to 1 then? Or
yeah, put it to 1. I put it in your playbook advancement. I should have just put it into that.
Okay.
And take it off there now. Next up, Gaius.
Okay. So it's going to be tough challenges with charm. Hang on, I'm looking at the right one. I'm not. I'm looking at Scoundrel Speaker. Tough challenges with deception or influence.
You just try to deceive these guys to start running and drop the drones.
Yeah, and I approached the guards as a guard on several occasions. It's what qualifies as a tough challenge. I think the majority of stuff I did in the session probably falls into deception or influence, but I'm not sure how many of them were tough challenges.
I'd
say
I wasn't going. I don't think I was going easy on you particularly. So
yeah, I think that encounter at the gate, did that get up to desperate or something at the end?
Yeah,
I think that was definitely qualifies.
Yeah, my gut feeling is it's 1. The point at the gate definitely counts.
Okay, so XP tracker down here for you, Declan. So
okay,
just so what's your next question?
Express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I sort of touched on my disregard for life when I was considering venting the guards. Again, I think it's pretty low.
I think.
How about your sloganeering for Ada Black, right?
Oh, that's true as well. Yes.
Okay. So you want to call that 2?
Okay. And vice and traumas didn't touch them at all in the session.
Yeah, it's still early days, so you're probably not going to hit those yet. So 3 overall. We're forgetting about your desperate rolls as well.
The desperate roll I've already put on. So I've already got a mark in inside.
The direct way to the thing, yeah. I think it's Zokar.
Okay, Zokar. I already marked desperate action, and now the questions. You addressed a tough challenge with wisdom or the way. I tried calming the drones, but it didn't work. But I tried, and I knocked out the guards using the bench thrown with the force. Otherwise, I'm sure these 2 guards would prove quite a challenge to us. And then with crazy piloting, I think it will go to the next question. So this 2.
Okay, 2. And then next question.
Beliefs, drives, heritage, and background. I believe I've shown some part of the way warrior heritage when I instructed when I asked Vandal not to vend this guards because it would attract the way beast, and I also expressed how the way works, that the way doesn't like a mass murder to happen. And then I think I believed I expressed my background. Maybe I should make it my call sign, the red king of space, when I sort of introduced myself to the pilots and I took them on a crazy chase through the clouds. So I think my heritage and background.
That's another 2 then.
And unfortunately, no trauma or vice this session.
Yep. And finally,
so I've already said in Mooch's desperate action for prowess. A tough challenge with charm or audacity. I think so. Yeah, I think maybe 2 out of that for, let's see, the drone thing.
Yeah,
at the start, and then getting us through. Well, audacity, maybe stupidity is the better word for it. Grabbing that blaster.
They're not mutually exclusive, I don't think.
Yeah. Okay, so we can call that 2.
Yep.
Express my beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I mean, I brought in the Ashen Knives stuff, trying to get back in their good graces, maybe. I think that's about the extent of it, though. I mean, I made some preferred solutions were very low tech, very scoundrelly, and not very sci-fi. So that's the only, I guess, extra drive I'm bringing to the table.
Okay.
Scrappy survivor with more luck than brains. Yeah, that's me. So I'm not sure if that's 1.
What do other people think?
I think I would go for 2, although I didn't. I was not aware Mooch tries to go for low tech, but if he tries, then it somehow showed. So
yeah, I agree.
Okay, mark down 2.
And then vice and traumas. Nope, I don't think so.
Yeah. Okay.
I came to
Maybe
think
if
of
we'd
one
seen
thing. Sorry.
I think even if you've had the downtime, it's not really unless you overindulge and make a fool of yourself and stuff. It's not really struggling with the issue.
Yeah, no, I was just going to mention maybe if we saw an Echo Wave rider racing in the gas cloud as we were doing our escape.
I came to think of one thing while you were speaking, Mooch. I took the guard that shot you and threw him into a wall. Is that a tough challenge handled with force? Or would that be just some sort of expected?
Yeah, that's forceful.
but maybe not. Maybe that wasn't a tough challenge. No, not really. Because that was more expected.
I did kind of just give you it, so maybe not.
Yeah. No, okay, good. I just want to check. Sorry.
But it's not up to me. It's up to you guys.
I think for a seasoned fighter to knock out a guy who was already tackled down, it's not a tough challenge. When he would go on to grab the guard himself and then just trick him at the wall, sure.
True. All right, move on. That's true.
So, and then if you guys want to do a debrief afterwards, we could come back in 5 minutes.
Sure, I can stay a moment longer.
Cool.
Sure. Yeah.
I'll say thanks and good night, guys.
Bye, Christian.
I'm up early tomorrow morning. Thanks a lot. I had a great time tonight. Thanks a lot. See you next week.
See you.
See you.
Right,
Bye bye.
And I will also do bio break and be back for debrief in
Okay.
In a minutes.
See you in 5.
Yeah. See you in a few.
See you shortly.
Declan, I see you have very unstable connection. Donald, can I ask you to name the conversation about the cold city, like cold city, so that it shows up with a name in the Hangouts?
Oh.
I'll be grateful.
Yeah.
So then I can see which one is Scum and Villainy.
Sorry, I haven't replied to that yet because I had other things to worry
Yeah,
about.
yeah. Sure, no worries. The new layout, I didn't even notice where I could put the title of the conversation.
Just press the little...
the 3 dots, yeah.
Not the 3 dots. In Hangouts, it's like not the screw, but
the cog.
Yeah, the cog.
The gear, yeah. Cool, yeah.
I was looking for the name, the cog.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Good.
I have to read everything you wrote.
Yeah, I didn't type it that fast. I sent myself an email that I could then post in the Hangouts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Declan, is it a bookshelf full of roleplay books or board games?
It's predominantly role-playing stuff. 1, 2,
Jesus.
6 by 4 of them are role-playing.
Are you a collector?
I've been collecting since 1982.
Wow.
So
nowadays, I usually buy PDFs because they are quicker to look through and have a search function.
Yeah. I'm slowly moving to PDFs.
But it looks nice on a recording, definitely. Like prop up.
Yeah, that's true.
True roleplay bookshelf.
It's a good selection.
The only reason I haven't been mostly PDFs so far is because I lacked a convenient method of reading them. Like I only had like Kindle, which
it's terrible
really
when
great
it reformats it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Kindle doesn't like display images well, I think.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I read them on normal tablet, so they display like normal PDFs.
So what I usually do, I'm not sure how other people do their debriefs, but I usually do roses and thorns.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You go around once with each person giving a thorn, which is something that could have been done better, something that didn't really work so well. And then rose go around again and everyone does a rose, which is something they really liked, something that worked really well. So who wants to start?
Out of curiosity, do you want the debrief on the recording or not? Because we're still live.
Yeah, I know we're still live. It's up to you guys if you want to do debrief live or if we want to just cut here.
I'm happy either way. I just making sure you're aware.
Yeah. I can start. I have 2 turns. Can I say them at once, or you want me to go one by one?
2. Okay, sure.
So first of all, the beginning was like very unclear. So we were in some room and some drones, and how do you get past them? I like things a little bit more sketch, so I have something to react. So I was imagining that there are some secure door we have to go past, and there are like 2 drones dropped by and just standing guard. But then the drones were flying all around, and I got like really lost. I like to be put on a spot. So there are doors, you have to go through them. There are drones who are starting to track you. What do you do? And then I have something feasible to react, something concrete to react to. I was like really a little bit lost at the beginning. And then it's got progressively better when we asked about the guards, and there was the gate towards behind, and it was getting along better. And the second thing I wanted to say is that I believe the 3 of us got a lot of spotlight, and Christian, his character was like somewhere in the background. I don't know why, but I think the spotlight, like management, were on 3 of us because I think we are by natural active players, and Christian was like feeling new, and he was staying in the background, and he could have done more to just, yeah, what do you do when they are doing this? And you could like draw him to the spotlight more. I was really trying to look for a way when we were releasing the clown to involve him in some team action. But then our hacker did most of the job, and well, I guess we're just lying away. And Rose, I really like how Dono just grabbed the fiction by the face and then went with the uniforms, then pull out some fake documents. Really great scoundrel. And I also liked hacking. It was well done. So yeah, I really enjoyed the session.
I'll go next. I think my turn is kind of obviously about this session, but something that I think Blades in the Dark can sometimes be very spotty on. Having like certainly in the early sessions, having a good group vision. I think like you see, when we do XP, your vice and traumas and your background are all very slow burners at the start, and it's through play. So it's just, I've seen it sometimes develop really quickly and really organically. So it's a tough one to say goes wrong when it happens a lot of the time, but it's just something that can be a bit frustrating playing. Although this is like my second time ever playing Blades instead of running it, but it's certainly something I noticed before sometimes. My Rose, I think once we got into the kind of score proper, I think everyone really got into their characters really well and was doing their task. The muscle was doing the muscle, the hacker or the face was doing their stuff, and so on. So that happened really naturally. I thought people got into their slots with some wiggle room really easily. I like that a lot. So yeah, that's me.
Okay. Declan?
My first thought for the session is really nothing to do with the game. It's just, and I apologize to everyone, but my connection tonight has been appalling to the point where at one point, because my internet had vanished, I dialed in on my phone, which probably can't have been good for my 4G data, but allowed me to stay with the session. So I apologize for that to everyone, because it really has been terrible, and I kept disappearing out and reappearing. The second thorn, which is to do with the game, was at least at the very beginning, it felt quite mechanical, and I didn't really feel that the characters got a chance to shine as who they were, as opposed to dealing with mechanical challenges. And it was only when we sort of got to the point where we could actually start interacting and chatting and talking, where there wasn't an immediate threat, that the character started to develop. And that was when things got really good, because that would be my rose, which was the character interactions in this session were great. And even little things like Zokar's discussion with me about the spirit ghosts, etc., and about how they don't like large amounts of death was brilliant, because it started bringing out the characters, which I really enjoyed. Just the sort of proper character development. So I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes. It's really been quite a lot of fun to sort of once we got to that point where we're actually being ourselves or being the characters.
Cool. So if I had a foreign, it's that, and it's there's not really anything can be done about it for now, but because I was having to like flip back from when I was reading up to learn the system before running the game, I was having to read the Core Blaze book, which has like a discussion of like thieves in Duskwall and all that sort of stuff, and sort of switching to the Scum and Villainy text, which is it was just sort of like kind of, it gave me a sort of disconnect between the two sets. It's a bit confusing. But that'll be better, I'm sure, once 1.7 comes out, which I believe is going to be like a full text. As for Rosie's, I just love the I mean, I love the I think it was accidental in part, but it was also really good role play from the muscle just going, fuck the plan. I really enjoyed that. So I guess that's us. Any other thoughts?
Minor Thorn. I'd love to know who came up with this color scheme of light blue on dark blue and the layout. It's terrible in Roll20.
You might need to disable, if you have any JavaScript blockers like ad blocker or ghost blocker, you might need to disable them, because the sheet actually looks quite good. It has like a dark background. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I've got a dark background. I just don't like it. It's not
a bit high contrast. It's not easy on the eyes for. So
yeah, I much prefer the Blades in the Dark one. Which aren't quite as unfriendly. It's not terrible. It's just not nice.
I guess mostly it's trying to be evocative, right? It's got that real sci-fi feel with the blueprint background and the blue, cobalt blue, and all that kind of stuff. So I can dig what they're trying to do, but it's not.
They've done a really nice job of the Scum and Villainy logo at the top left, with the sort of glow around the lettering. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
But it's when you're trying to find something, it's on this sheet somewhere. It's cluttered and not the easiest.
Cool. So I guess I will see you next week. Don't know. I will see you probably sooner, and for this
Yes.
game?
I'll see you on Saturday, and then in 2 weeks for this game.
Yeah. So have a good time, guys. Thanks for the session, and see you somewhere on the Gauntlet.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Cool. Thank you very much.
See you guys.
Bye.
See you guys.